This is a vision that I had for Noah a few days ago. Today is July 3rd. I had a vision that I saw him playing sports, and the way that it came across was almost like a picture, like a negative picture. So it wasn't fully developed. It was like not a fully clear picture, if that makes sense. The first sport that I saw him playing was soccer, and then the sport moved on to skateboarding. I saw just a skateboard go up sort of like a ramp and then skate back down. And then the third sport was baseball, and I saw a ball being hit way out into the sky. And this is where the picture turned into a regular picture, like you could see every day. Then after he played ball for a while, he got into a car with another guy, and I can't remember if he was driving or this guy was driving, but I even remember the jerseys. They were red and white. So they got into this car. It was old-fashioned. It was 70s. I felt like the whole scene was 70s. Like, I felt like they had their baseball hats on and their hair was longer and brown and kind of feathery, maybe. Anyway, they got into this car. It was old-fashioned, like 70s. It was like rust-colored, brown. I don't know the make of it, but I could see it. It's just a really big boat of a car. And they were driving in it for a while, and they were both in the front seat. And then the next thing that I saw was the passenger door was opened, and a bunch of soil fell out of the front seat. And it was a huge pile of soil, along with this one single plant, tiny, almost, is it a seedling when it's just it's not a seed, but it's not a plant, but it's just tiny. It was tiny like that. And sorry, I had to pause for a minute, so I'm hoping to be able to remember where I left off. So this little seedling, tiny plant fell out of this car with this big, huge soil. Well, the plant ends up, I think, being planted. I can't remember that part. But it ends up growing, and I'm watching it grow, and it starts to grow pretty quickly and pretty huge. And you can see, like, at the beginning of the growth, maybe when it's about 7 or 8 feet tall, you can see that it had some like leaves and stuff on it. But as it got bigger, it just was these branches, and the branches grew straight up. And there were many of these branches, and they just grew straight up. And they went up so high. This was a huge tree. It went so high that it reached the heavens. And the sky began to turn dark, and thunder would, the clouds would swirl, and the thunder and the lightning would like come down and touch the tree. It never lit it on fire or anything, but it was just power is what it made me think of. It was just this powerful image that I saw once this tree was full grown and up in the heavens, and like these branches grew straight up, and like just there was just power that was going on there. And that was all that I saw.